Hey, what's up guys, it's Claudio, and I have been dying to fill you in about my collarbone journey, and it's Thursdays with Claudio! Welcome back to Thursdays with Claudio. What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here, happy to be back. This was the last race, Prospect Park, Brooklyn, New York, the 3-4 in early October. What a fun race. I had fitness. I've been riding quite a bit, so I had some fitness to play with. I felt good. Guys, it's been a minute. I want to take the time to really update you guys on what has been going on with my collarbone progress, my recovery, that whole story, including the whole insurance side of things, which got really messy. And it's still not even, it's been like 5 months and it's still not completely reconciled. We got over 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. More content coming your way. Stuff like this. New stuff coming up. I have a whole backlog of races from Tulsa, from Gateway Cup, and a bunch of other stuff. It's coming. So subscribe for more content like this. The notification, the like, the whole thing. Thank you. Let's talk a little bit about what is going on. So I broke my collarbone. I crashed in June, had a surgery in July, put a plate and screws in. It's a whole thing. And then I was back on the bike in like 3 weeks, honestly, 3 to 4 weeks, less than a month. I was back outside on the bike. I was so eager to get back on there. But I had to be careful, because if the thing is, you could be back on the bike in a week outside, but they don't recommend it because they if you crash again and you land on it, it's bad, right? So they're like, no, you got to do like some doctors will say like 6 weeks, but you can physically ride a bike, you know. You can't lift anything heavy for like at least 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. I'm just now getting back into the gym a month ago. It's feeling good. I have full range of motion. It is tight. It's tight. It's different. And when I play the bass, and when I wear the bass guitar over my shoulder, I feel the freaking plate, man. I feel it. When you wear a backpack, you feel it. You feel the metal plate on it. It's quite uncomfortable. And I'm still healing. Sometimes some people say it takes a whole year to really get rid of the numbing sensation. It's not, touching it gives me the ick. Touching it, I can't touch it because it's like I'm going to throw up. It feels so foreign, like there's a thing in there. And if I touch it, like I don't know what I'm touching. It's a very strange sensation. It's kind of numb and squishy. Like it feels like it's not my skin. So that's weird. The insurance situation. Actually, let's take a look at this video right now. There's gonna be something. We're 5 laps in. I want to show you guys what's happening here. So I'm just drafting, being a good boy, sitting in midfield. Got a nice draft here. We're coming up the start-finish line. We're just cruising. And let's see what happens. That's the start-finish line. Bam! God. A little bit of an over. There's some kind of overlap. I don't even know what happened. Now we are gapped. We're super gapped. And this is a circuit race. Okay? Each lap is 3.2 miles. And so there's no free laps. It's not a criterion. You got to find a draft right away and get a ride up there. But I'm doing watts, man. I'm doing watts. My heart rate is already 185. I gotta get behind this guy who's gonna take me up. All the people behind us are in danger of getting dropped. And I'm like, the only thing I'm worried about is the front of the group attacking, because that will make it really hard to catch up. And here we're kind of like a little bit out of breath, so we're coasting, but I'm still putting out watts. And I'm eating wind. I don't have a free ride anymore, but they're right there, so it's fine. We kind of start to slow down, and we're back in the field. A little bit, man. The feeling of seeing a crash and like right in front of you like that. I mean, you saw some people went to the left, some people went to the right, some people tried to bunny hop the thing. I just grabbed brakes. I just kept my line, grabbed brakes, and prayed that it would stop in time. Sometimes it's just what you do when you don't have an escape route like that. So it worked out for me. But man, just like that thing that happens when you try to like sort of bunny hop over somebody else's bike, it's hard. It's really hard to do. You got to really clear like 2 feet, realistically, 1.5 feet maybe, to clear all the weird stuff, right? The wheel is all wonky. And then if you don't clear it, you go over the handlebars like that guy. I hope he's okay. I think he's fine. But that is exactly how you break a collarbone. Okay, you land on it in any kind of way and it'll snap. I landed on mine on the back, so I like flipped around and then I landed all my weight on the back of my left shoulder, everything, bam, and it snapped it. So got to be careful when you go over the handlebars like that. So I'm 5 months out from the surgery, 4 or 5 months, and my primary. Let's talk about insurance because this is really important. My primary insurance is crap. It was crap. I changed it. For years, I had something that wasn't even, it was just preventative, okay? It was like back from the Obamacare, and I barely knew, like back then, I like could barely afford anything. So I got like the worst thing, the cheapest thing that I could find, and I barely read the terms. And anyways, primary insurance did not cover anything. Guys, it didn't cover a damn thing. It wouldn't cover the ER, wouldn't cover, for sure, not the surgery. And I found this out, I was like, oh my God. Luckily, I had the spot insurance, which is through USA Cycling. So I bought the thing, I got it through the license, through the like Race Plus license, right? So the spot insurance, it's a whole thing. Long story short, it works, but it's so wonky, and you gotta go through all these hoops. They make you, like the amount of time that I spent on phone calls, and like you have to fill out all these crazy forms, and you gotta go back to the ER and ask them for the forms. It's a whole thing. They still owe me $3,000. Okay, I had to swipe my surgery $11,000 on my credit card. Okay, that's how messed up it was. And it's still not paid off because I still need $3,000. But they came through. The spot insurance came through. The thing about spot insurance is that their interface on their website and the Mutual of Omaha, which is a financial institution that actually has the money, they're two separate entities, and they don't communicate very well. So once you submit your claim on the spot insurance, it takes like weeks and months for them to somehow communicate with Mutual of Omaha, the people with the money. And it delays the whole thing. So the thing to do is call Mutual of Omaha, the money people, directly. But they make it so hard to call them. They don't post any phone number, any customer service, nothing. The only time when I was given a phone number was when I received a letter saying that, hey, we're working on it. This is like a month and a half, 2 months after I submitted my claim. So it's really, they have a whole system and they're crooks, and it's wild. Okay, long story short, it works, but you gotta be on them. You gotta be on top of them. And if your primary insurance doesn't cover it, it's really hard because you can't list spot insurance as your primary care insurance. It's weird. They won't accept it. Spot is really there to fill in the blanks of what your primary insurance does not cover. So that's how it's kind of designed. But I used it as bro, pay the whole thing. It was like over $30,000 of stuff that they paid. So that was hard. At one point, I thought that I was on the hook for all $30,000. Really stressful. Breaking a collarbone and getting injured is a hard thing to deal with. Like, also mentally, it really messes with you. Having surgery for the first time, it's hard. Anesthesia, that whole thing, the recovery process, it's hard. Even though it was fast, quote unquote, for me, like mentally it wasn't. I'm still kind of like, it's a whole thing that I'm dealing with. So it's part of it, you know. It's part of racing. I immediately went back out and raced. I raced that Gateway Cup. Spoiler alert, I got freaking food poisoning. Man, I've been having bad luck. At the race, I was dying. I had some bad Chipotle. And, but I have some fun videos from that. And so I got back out there and I've been racing, and I noticed my first race back from my collarbone, it was, turning at 28 miles an hour with a bunch of people cornering. It was sketchy. Like, I kind of lost a little bit of my nerve. I had to sort of like snap myself back into race mode, because you kind of lose it. You lose a little bit of that edge, because you know what it feels like to break a collarbone. You don't want that again, right? So it takes time. That's the mental thing. It takes time to go away to really cleanse yourself from that trauma. At this race, I was chill. It was fine. I didn't have any fear of that. You saw how I just I handled that crash. It was fine. It was normal. I didn't go wild in any direction or like super sketchy stuff, right? Now we're here. We got some juniors in this race. Let's go. This is the last lap. We're coming up on the last hill. Let's take a look. Claudia moving up. Look at me. Watch me moving up through the field here. This is fun. It's like you can tell that I want to be up there. Look at how I'm very much in the move up mentality, which is, you got to have that. I go left. I see a little bit of a channel. Oh, I'm getting blocked. Come on, Claudio. Move up. There it is. Find the little gap. There. I love it. You know what I mean? Come on, shoot this gap a little bit. A little bit more power. Yes. Heart rate is looking good. Guys, we're about 1K to go. We're about 1K to go. This is the last hill. This hill's like a 4%. Follow this wheel, Claudio. Let's go. Grab the wheel. That whole channel on the left is moving up, but we can't cross the double whites because that's the runner's lane. We'll get disqualified. Just hold the wheel, Claudio. That's it. That's your wheel. And here's the hill. It's like a 60-second effort. And then the finish line is on the other side. Oh, I lost the wheel. No. Man, that was my wheel. Now everybody kind of starts to panic here. Everybody starts to really squirm and really put out watts, because this determines the top 10 right here. Who goes up the hill, who finishes on the other side. Man, if I had held that wheel, I would have been way up there. That's a bummer. I still got juice, but man, I'm at 185. Come on, Claudio, keep pushing. Go around, whatever you need to do. We got about 500 meters. I'm gassed. I'm 185. Now it's just holding position. At this point, once you get over that hill, everybody's breathing hard, and you just got to hold. It's kind of like, it's very hard to make up positions at this point. It starts to get fast. Now we're going a little bit downhill. And once you get above 30, everybody's kind of glued to that position, right? So that's key. There's the top 10 right in front of me. Do I have anything else? We're coming. Hold that wheel, Claudio. We got 300 meters. And there goes the top 10. Do I have a sprint in me? Let's see. Oh man, somebody goes down and I shut it down. When you see that at the end, you're like, nope, I'm out. I think I got top 20. Guys, thank you so much for watching. More content like this, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, call it audio_Fiero, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.